Microsoft has earnings coming up this week, and a lot of people are asking if this is a good time to be buying Microsoft stock as we head into those earnings. And I'm going to say, no, I don't think that this is a good time to be buying Microsoft stock. The time to be buying Microsoft stock was when we were calling out the bottom back in March and April. Now, the reason we were calling out the bottom is not because we can see the future. No, not at all. It was mainly because price action was pulling into our institutional buy zone and our smart money zone. And while we did call that out to damn near perfection, that could have easily broke. Now, the reason that this is such a strong area of support and a major reason that we start buying is because institutions and people who are actually going to be able to move the market are never going to be buying up here. They're not going to overpay. They're not going to be chasing stocks. That's what retail or everyday investors and traders do. Instead, what institutions are going to want is a strong bull market, which we still were in, even though everyone was freaking out that the market was fading. We were still in a bullish market. The way that we could tell is if we take a look at this recent low that I have marked off here in September of 2023, we never broke that level. Normally, we'll pull back into the institutional buy zone or the smart money zone. Institutions will load up at a massive discount and then push the stock higher and higher. And as the stock gets higher and higher, they will start selling their shares, start taking some profit, and they will allow retail to start buying in, thinking that the rally is going to happen forever. And if we look at this, you can see that the BX trender, this indicator at the bottom of your screen showing selling pressure, buying pressure was pinned red. So what we don't want to do is try to time these institutional buy zones. We want to actually wait until we get a higher low we started to see here. Once we get a higher low flipping into green, this is an indication of a time to buy. So you can see buying pressure began to come in here. Price ripped its way up. We moved into this very strong resistance level. Now, normally, if I'm accumulating inside of this buy zone, I will take about 20% of my profits off the table at this resistance. The reason for this is the same exact thought process happens here when we're buying the discount as to when we get up into this resistance. There's a good chance that they're going to start liquidating their positions up here. And if we sweep it, then we're going to go for a massive rally. So we don't want to take our entire trade off the table because the whole point here is that we want that massive parabolic upside. So if we take 20% off and price rejects, we lock in some profit, we'll still make some good money. But what we really want to see is exactly what happened, where price sweeps the smart money zone, and then we just go for an absolute banger of a rally. So now looking at where we are at this point, as always, I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you think that you're buying at a discount right now, or do you think you're buying at a premium? And the correct answer here is you are buying at a premium. Real quick, if you like these chart breakdown videos and you want to learn the exact strategy that I use, I put together a free masterclass series that shows you step-by-step how we trade these smart money zones and BX trenders. It's completely free and you get access to all of our indicators as well. The link will be in the description. This BX trender still, now looking at the indicators here, very green. There's nothing about this that's red. There's nothing about this that's looking like it's going to continue to sell off. So yes, there's a chance that this continue to expand to 540, expand to 560, expand to 580. But it's not worth it, right? In my opinion, that's what, 5%, 10%, 12% upside. Just back to the next institutional buy zone is 20%. So in my opinion, and what I would personally be doing here is if I did not touch this back in April and May, I just wouldn't be trading it. I'd be looking at plenty of other great setups in the market, ones that we post here all of the time. And if I was somebody who got in back in April and May, I'd probably be taking some profits off the table before earnings, maybe 20%, 25, maybe 30, and then holding the rest of my shares or call options through earnings in case this thing goes parabolic to the upside.